man. We should be playing Sabbath and Metallica, and
all right,
or at least have some sort of connection to our interview, or I don't know.
All right, okay. Well, this is I don't care. This is a good one. This is
Paul Anka. My God, is that recording too?
Yeah.
Oh, that has to go in bloopers, man. This section, man. Paul Anka. That's got to go out for people to see what I got to put up with, man. I got. I'm taking over the music selection soon, man. You're on the ropes.
I'm looking.
You're on the ropes with that job.
Okay, I'm on probation.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. You're on double secret, man.
All right. Hey, brother, fire in the hole.
Yeah, let's get her done.
Let's get going. Okay, let's. Have you ever heard this guy before?
Once.
Have you? Yeah, I've seen him twice.
I've seen him like 3-4 times. Last time I did, it was here at the Maumee, the Maumee County Fair, the rib cook-off.
Yeah.
But buddy of mine had like passes and stuff.
Yeah.
Man. Oh man. Now my son used to listen to it all the time when I was little, when he was real young.
Sure.
And he got to see Ted.
Yeah.
And he was probably 17 back then. So Ted's still rocking out.
He is.
A 17-year-old kid was just in awe of Steady Ted, man. So I was too. He freaking rocked, dude.
He doesn't age. I mean, he doesn't. I mean, at least the music doesn't. He just gets out there and just jams.
He shreds that guitar, man.
Oh, he does. He does. Man, when I saw him, I was at the sports arena one of the times, and he's just putting his head in the speakers. It's like, it was just, I mean, maybe not the most healthy thing in the world, but, I mean, yeah, the dude. One of my favorite songs from him is Great White Buffalo. I like Great White Buffalo.
I'm not a big fan of that one, but this one, just put him in a play, man. It's pretty much one of those guys. Just hit the play button and
just a play. There's a play. Yeah. So what?
No ballads coming from.
No love music from Ted. That's for sure. Well, the closest thing that when I saw Ted, it was his tour. It's called Intensities in 10 Cities. And so I'm like, okay, I mean, he goes, I want to play some new songs from my new album. Okay, all right, So the first one was, My Love is Like a Tire Iron.
I don't want to begin to imagine the next lyric. I don't even want to know.
Look at my buddy. My love is like a tire iron. Yeah, only Ted Nugent. That's just the way it is. So, dude, hey, podcast number 24 here, man.
Wow.
I know, pretty impressive, huh? Yeah. I mean, who'd have thought? Who'd have thunk? No way, man.
I had the over and under at like 4.
Yeah,
so,
really. That's right.
We smoked that out of the water.
Jeez, this is Thursday, March 2nd. Well, another month, too. Can you believe that? Third month of the year already. It's just stupid, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just bad, man.
It really is just stupid. I don't know where time goes. It just like that.
It does. It seems to be accelerating, man.
You always hear it when we're younger and everybody says that time goes by fast. You're like, oh, yeah, right. Yeah, no, it's true. It does go by fast. I
just turned 50 and I don't remember like 2/3
last
of
week.
It, man. Yeah, I know. I was like, whoa. So,
yeah, that's it.
It's a little mind-boggling.
So wasn't that fun last week with Chase?
That was great with Chase.
That was absolutely cool, wasn't it?
That was cool.
It was really cool. We're going to talk to him later on in the show.
Yeah, talk about the race.
That's right.
Of course, you got to.
That's right. And we'll talk a little bit, too. Last night there was a play in college basketball, which just was cool, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
Northwestern, what they did to Michigan.
Yeah.
And a little shout out to our friend Lester Wilfong from the Windy City.
Yeah, I think you found your quarterback on the Northwestern basketball team, dude.
And a wide receiver, too.
Yeah.
Tight end, wide receiver. I mean, I think that Lester, get the Bears.
I think the Bears should take a look, man.
We're going to check the Windy City Gridiron for that post.
Yep.
Last year, you're going to have it out there, dude. That I think you got them.
Yeah, no shit.
Forget about Garoppolo and all those guys. You got it. Just go to the Northwestern basketball team.
Center, chucking the ball cross court.
Hey, did you see the Academy Awards? See the big goof up in the Academy Awards?
I did not see the big goof up, man. I'm just I'm so disenfranchised with those people.
We have nothing in common with them. Of course, really.
No.
But it was, I watched it, and at least I saw that part, and it was just a phenomenal.
I wish I would have now after I seen all the hubbub.
It's just a phenomenal.
The first thing I thought when I read, I'm like, you know what? Get your asses off Steve Harvey's ass now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's an Ohio boy, grew up in Cleveland. Back off. Go beat up Warren and Hollywood for being stupid, too.
Oh, yeah.
Apparently this is the new thing, to screw up pageants and contests and
award
the wrong winners.
It was monumental. It was so monumental.
Is that the new version of participation trophy? We just give the non-winner the win? I don't know, man.
It's not fair to, Warren Beatty and Faye Dunaway, because
what do you do, man?
They were given the wrong card.
Well, plus, how old is Warren Beatty? He's like 276.
He is.
And Faye's what, 180? And here they're giving a card, and it's not, what the hell is this,
Yeah, I know. And they just went with it. They read what was over on the card. I mean,
let's go get some champagne and let's roll. Get me back in the cryogenic chamber.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's about it. Anything you would have wrote on that card, they'd have read it.
Man, would that be awesome to get a hold of, man? Could you imagine?
Debbie does.
Oh man.
Yeah, they'd have read anything, man. They do. It was pretty phenomenal, and especially seeing the dudes, these guys, the headphones on and all that. They're running.
They're just
running all over the place. You could see they're like, and now they're trying to tell the guys from La La Land as they're giving the acceptance speech, no, you didn't win. It was.
Could you imagine if like Fire and Brimstone won some sort of like award, and then they go tell us we didn't win? Do you think you're getting that trophy from my hand?
It was like this.
What do you do, man? I mean, that's because here's the thing, man. You win an Academy Award.
Yeah,
your price just went up big time, man. Oh my God, they're walking up going, oh my God, I'm set for the next 20 years. I'll be funded for all my movies and wrong.
It kind of reminded me just a setup. Okay, that's not it.
Man.
There was a time when Bo Schembechler during a game, Michigan has a punt that's blocked. And so next week in practice, Bo goes, that's it. We're never going to have a punt blocked again. And I'm just going to rip on it. If it ever happens, you guys are in trouble. So they're there in practice, and sure as heck, a punt gets blocked. Okay. And so Schembechler is going livid. And so he runs over to the kid that missed the block. And he's got his clipboard and everything. He just banging all over the kid, And so now the assistant coaches run up to Bo, and they're trying to pull him off the kid as he's just banging on the kid. They're going, Bo, stop. Bo, stop. And then Bo asks, why not? And the assistant coaches go, it wasn't him.
Oh, my God.
He was hitting the wrong kid. And then Schembechler says, well, he deserved it anyways,
Yeah.
So that's what those announcers are like. It's not you, man. You're not the winners. Yeah, it was something else. So I tell you what, in the mode of movies, Aaron and I watched the Jason Bourne movie that came out last summer.
Oh, yeah.
We finally got it.
Is that the fourth one?
That was like the fourth one.
Yeah,
the fourth one with Matt Damon. Phenomenal.
Yes.
Absolutely.
That whole series is great. Even the one with Renner.
I didn't see that one. I didn't see that one.
That's still a fantastic movie, man. It really is.
It was phenomenal. I mean, from beginning to end, that movie was just. And Aaron and I weren't even talking. We were just watching.
Nice.
I mean, we were just absolutely glued to it. So, if you get a chance, your Redbox or whatever, Netflix. The Jason Bourne, the last one that came out, was an absolute. It helps if you know the whole series too.
Yeah, sure.
That's a fun one. Any movies that you've seen?
I actually seen a remake, and how often is like a remake better than the original? Not too often.
Not
but
often,
man,
man.
I tell you what, this one I think was better.
Yeah.
People are going to call me blasphemy, but True Grit with Jeff Bridges.
Yeah.
was phenomenal.
That was a
man.
good movie.
That was a great flick, man. It
that
was so
really,
good.
really was. He played that part.
Oh my God, he did. He is every bit as Rooster Cogburn as John Wayne was.
Oh, I know.
Every bit, man. Every bit. That was so good,
dude. I give you credit on that one. That was really good movie.
I was in awe. In fact, I may go home and watch it again tonight. It was so damn good.
It would be fun. I've been telling the family at some point we're going to watch both of them. Watch
back
both
to
of them
back, yeah.
back to back, and make an assessment. Which one did you like? Because
today's movie making, the cameras, the high def. I mean, that obviously enhances things. But I mean, the Duke is the Duke.
I know.
But.
And who else was in that? Another big actor was in that one.
Matt Damon.
Oh, that's right.
Matt Damon was the goofy Texas Marshal in there.
He was.
That was a weird role for him, man.
That was.
At first, I'm going, what the are you do? But okay, maybe that's what you're supposed to do. I guess you're doing pretty good.
He doesn't often play like the wimp. He was very doof.
He was a doofus in that movie.
Yeah, he doesn't normally do it, but you know what? He did.
He played
did
it.
a
He
good
pulled
job
it off.
of it. That's right.
Yeah, he pulled it off. So
yeah,
that's a pretty good range from doofus to Jason Bourne.
Not bad at all. Not bad at all. And so Aaron and I saw that. We watched another movie the other day too. It was a Clint Eastwood movie, and it was name a Clint Eastwood movie. There's a lot of them, right? It's called The Eiger Sanction. It's this
Clint
old
Eastwood movie.
Clint
I'd
Eastwood
have
movie.
never got that one.
Yeah,
I've never heard of it.
Really good movie. It's like in the late 60s.
Okay.
And he's playing this mountaineer, and he's looking for a spy. It's a really good movie. And the cool thing about movies like that, there is no CGI or anything. No.
It's all real.
It was real and acting, and the climbing scenes were just... I don't know how they did it. I don't know, because like I said, there's no green screen and stuff like that. They were up on the mountains climbing, and it's a really, really good movie.
Good movie out this weekend, tonight actually. Logan, X-Men, Wolverine.
Oh yeah,
the movie Logan is supposed to come. It's out tonight.
Now, what's it supposed to be about? Okay, what is?
I think it's more futuristic. He's much older, and he's actually not recuperating and healing like he used to. He's actually aging.
Yeah.
So it could be 5,000 years in the future. I don't know, but
because I haven't really kept up on all those.
I know.
There's usually like 100 of them.
Hugh Jackman said this is the last one he's doing as Wolverine. So it should be interesting.
Yeah, it should be.
You know what? He has a daughter. That's what it was. He has a daughter who has his genetic mutation.
Like spikes all over the place.
I think she has like 2 of them that come out. She got gypped. She didn't get the 3rd, but
like baby spikes, and they fall out.
No, big old blade, big old blades of death.
Yeah, they fall out, and then the adult blades come in, something like that.
And from the previews I seen, she's like 10 times more evil than him, man. She's like 12 years old, just slashing and gashing, and he's like the older, wiser Logan dad. You got to keep it to 5 kills a day, baby. You're out of control.
You got to keep it up.
You're out of control.
Yeah, that's right. You got to keep it up. That's a family.
It's a family. You stole the word right out of my mouth. Yeah. Family-oriented movie. Single dad trying to raise a crazy kid.
Yeah. You don't want to be an embarrassment to dad now,
God damn it. You're not going to get to college killing people.
Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah, that whole series. It's another one that Aaron and I saw recently is The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. I don't know if you've ever seen that one.
Is that the one with the
Sean
fish
Connery,
guy? The fish guy,
yeah.
Nemo and
just all kinds of
Nemo. Just Captain Nemo. Thank
just
you.
really cool. I mean, just a fun movie.
It was different.
Movie. Yeah, it's just one of those that gets
in the same reference of like Hellboy.
Yeah. Oh, actually, Hellboy's the one that's got the fish guy that's in the tank. That's actually I do like Hellboy. I like Hellboy.
I might go home and watch that.
He's always smoking the cigar and all that.
He's just a total asshole, smug bastard.
Got the big guns and all that. Literally, figuratively, and literally, he's got the big guns. And Hellboy is a good one. Yeah. That is fun. That'd been a fun one to make. Some of those, especially that one scene where the car comes. Did you ever see that where he smashes the front of the car and then it flips over his head?
But could you imagine being in like makeup for like 8 hours before you start your day?
Dude, that is amazing what they do with that.
Oh, that's brutal, man.
That is, and you're right. And they do spend that kind of time.
Yeah, and like every day you got an 8-hour day. You're just getting your makeup on
before you even start acting. Just to do that. Yeah.
How about you just keep it on? Because I'm
I'm not doing this again. No. I just
I struggle to put in an 8-hour day, let alone put in an 8-hour day before I start.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, what they can do in movies like that is pretty phenomenal. It's what they do with the costumes and makeup, and it is
And I'm sure they minimize it as time goes on and they get better, but still, that's.
It's an art.
I mean, your whole body's in red. I mean,
I know.
All that. I mean, you got two horns coming out your head. I mean, it's take a
pretty
while.
Cool though, man. It's pretty cool stuff.
Way
though.
cool.
So yeah, that's a little reminiscing of movies there. I mean, kind of appropriate.
It's winter in the Midwest, man.
That's
there ain't
right.
much to
what
do.
else are you gonna
Cabin
do? That's
fever,
right.
You're in.
Yeah. So, dude, as we were talking about Daytona, man, great start to the season. It's now officially spring. You got, at least in my books, we got, the running of that big race down there. So we had such a good time last week talking to Chase Cabre that we said, hey, let's see if we could bring him back on and get a recap. Yeah, that's right, get a recap at Daytona. So we have the delight of having on the line with us the driver of the number 4 Braille battery Toyota on the NASCAR K&N Pro Series East, Chase Cabre. How you doing, Chase?
How's it going, guys?
First time I've ever said this on the show.
What's that?
Welcome back.
Welcome back. Yeah. So Chase, what was your take on Daytona? We'll just jump right into it. I'm sure that you were just glued to your seat, or jumping out of your seat when you saw Kyle Larson towards the end. He had a chance at it. He had a really good shot at it.
Well, you referred to a seat, and there was no seat in existence. I was just standing on my seat.
Nice.
I was super excited to see him have a shot at it.
Sure.
And to even be up there in the running. But overall, the racing was really good as far as the cars and the way they drafted.
Yeah, but the wrecks,
race cars got torn up.
Oh, I know.
But it happens. I mean,
it happens.
There's just no way.
It happens.
You're right. It's Daytona. It happens. It just sucks.
It does. It does.
These guys put in hours and hours and hours into these cars,
and those cars are what, 180,000?
Oh,
I mean, the amount of money in that one car, and you just watch it. It's in 8,000 pieces.
Yeah.
And like Kyle Busch. Nobody touched him. I think he cut a tire.
Yeah.
Is that what they did say? He cut, and ass end goes out and he takes out 10 people, man. I mean, what do you do?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. That it is what it is. I mean, it is racing. So I've always heard that the rule of thumb, Chase, is that when you have somebody spinning in front of you, you aim for them because by the time you get there, they should be gone. It didn't look like that. It sounds logical. It didn't look like that really played out at Daytona, though, because those cars seem to be right. A lot of them in the middle there. You're in the middle of the pack. What do you do? It's have you been in wrecks like that, Chase, where you had like no place to go? You were just you just kind of hold on and just eat it?
Yeah, it happens. It's part of racing. It's part of being in the sport. It just happens. I mean, the wreck breaks out and you got no place to go. It's like a roadblock once you get to it. You try to get on the brakes, and they're going so fast there, it's hard for them to get slowed and wound up in time. And then at that, without getting, punched in the rear by somebody else.
Sure.
Yeah.
So it's difficult, and it sucks. Like I said, it sucks to see that many cars get tore up. I really do hate to see that. But, yeah, right, it's part of Daytona. But when you come to a wreck like that at Daytona, and there's no, like, oh, I'm going to aim for him because he's spinning, and hopefully he moves by the time I get there. It's not necessarily. It's just a reaction. It's
sure.
Something that happens. There's no time to think. They're going so fast. And even at a local short track, everything happens so fast.
You see a spot and just punch for hope.
It's on the spot, on the spot. Make the reaction and do it, and stick to your initial plan. You don't, go low, and then all of a sudden, I think I should go high. And then you move high, and then you're wadded up. Kind of just find where you want to go in about 0.2 seconds and follow that hole.
Hey, any driver surprise you? Was I thought that. I give Danica Patrick some kudos. She was up there, got caught up in the wreck, but she was up there quite a bit. And what do you say about Jimmy Johnson? He starts at the end, and a third of the way into the race, there he is up front again.
He's
just good.
He's so good, it's almost annoying.
He's just good.
He's annoying. I mean, you can't not like the guy, I mean, but it's just like, will you quit winning?
I know. He's just good.
I don't know.
He's like,
it's aggravating.
He's like the Patriots. He's like the Patriots, man.
But whereas I hate the Patriots' guts, know, and I have no problem. You can't hate Jimmy Johnson. He's cool as hell, man.
Yeah. So, did anybody surprise you like that, Trace? Or, you're pleasantly surprised by seeing their driving?
I mean, it's Daytona, so anybody can be fast. You just got to have a motor underneath it, and their car turning left halfway decently, and then the rest of it is just a mental, pretty much a mental game, and knowing when to make what moves, when to do it, and anybody can wind themselves kind of, any one of those 40 drivers, I should say, can kind of wind themselves up towards mid-pack or in the front at one stage in the race, at one point in the race. So, I mean, it's kind of a give and take. I like to see the underdogs like Michael McDowell and David Reagan have some good showings.
Yeah.
Sucks that David Reagan got caught up in what he got caught up in. Michael Waltrip in his last show decided to put her in the top 10, which was cool. Matt DiBenedetto ran good. So I like to see that on super speedways. It kind of gives it a level playing ground for a lot of these teams and allows them to get some top-notch finishes.
Yeah, nice call about Michael Waltrip, too. That guy is he's out there having fun. He's just out there. He's just going around. He's having a good time.
He's the kind of guy, he wakes up happy.
He does.
He goes to bed happy, and everywhere in between's happy.
I mean, before the start of the race, he's doing interviews with Gronk, down at, it's like then he jumps in the car.
I mean, your brother's arguably, one of the 2 or 3 greatest drivers of all time. I mean, how do you live up to that? So, but he doesn't bother him, man. He's got 2 Daytonas. I mean,
hey, you know what? It's life is good. Life is good. And
I take his career in a heartbeat.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Chase, what'd you think about the segments? First time to see that.
I like them. It gives it a toss up in the middle of the race, and it rewards those drivers for running good throughout the race. So, going back to the truck race. On Friday night, I'm pretty sure, Johnny Sauter got wrecked out in the later stages of the race, and I think, not for sure, but I think he's second in championship points, just because he was able to rack up 20 points in stage wins. So, and then he wrecked, and he was still rewarded for running good all day. So I like him.
That's cool.
It gives it rewards the drivers for running good all race long, and then if things go bad, things go bad.
Yeah, it does seem to be now that I've seen it once and kind of we're talking and think about it. It pays for consistency.
Sure, yeah, that's what it does.
You're rewarded for being consistent, which I mean,
you mentioned Kyle Busch. He won the first segment. And then he goes out with a tire, is out of his control, right?
Yeah, but he's kind of still 10 points, man.
Give him some points for running, strong at that time. So, Chase, one other thing, I heard a quote, I think, of the weekend. It was from Roger Penske, and they were talking about them going to a backup car. So they asked Roger about that, and he goes, hey, we have no backup cars. They're all number 1 cars. We just put the one we want on the track.
It's just merely sequence.
Yeah, it was. I thought that was so cool. I mean, there's no number 2 and number 3 cars. They're all number 1, baby.
Yeah, it's called stock.
No doubt.
Yeah,
no doubt about that at all. They're all stout race cars that come out of any shop. They're pretty much identical, and so if something happens, they can just pull it off the truck and get to business again.
Yeah, that's what they do. So they've got Atlanta coming up this weekend. I know last week you were talking about Atlanta and how rough that surface is. Have you been on that track before?
I have.
And that is a fast 1.5-mile track too.
Yeah, Atlanta's definitely a really, really cool track. It's worn out. It's rough. It's technical. There's different things you can do to be faster. There's different lines, and it's definitely going to make for some good racing. I'm excited for them to get there this week and see how it plays out.
Yeah, that's dude. I've been in Atlanta before, and it is just a fun. It's a fun track to see that. So, Chase, what's up next for you, man, on the NASCAR K&N Pro Series East?
Next race we go to is Greenville Pickens Speedway. We have quite the break here. We got about 11 months, and then we get back at it, hammer down. Or not 11 months. What am I talking about? We got about 5 weeks.
Yeah. The whole month of March you're essentially off. Yep.
Yeah.
We got about 5 weeks left until we head to Greenville, and then 2 weeks after that we go to World's Fast Half Mile at Bristol.
Oh, love it. Wait, what's Greenville like?
Greenville is a really, 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 and emphasis the really flat emphasis, emphasize on the flat part. Short track. You have to run dead on the inside wall. If you're, half a lane off the inside wall, you might as well just back it up and go home.
Yeah.
I sat down there for K&N qualifying in the corner and listened to their left front splitter run across the inside wall during qualifying.
Oh, really?
Trying to get down in the corner, yeah.
Wow.
You have to be that close to get any grip whatsoever. So
wow.
it's definitely cool to go down there. My brother doesn't necessarily like it all that much, but they have a fresh repave on it. He just says he just struggles with it. It's one of his tracks that he struggles with, as well as New Smyrna. So when we go down there, I plan on taking my late model down there this month, or sometime this month, and getting some testing time on it, and trying to figure out little things I can do to help myself before I get down there with the K&N car.
That's cool. Little testing there. When you talk about the size of the track and the way it is flat, it almost sounds like you're describing Martinsville.
No, it's a lot more worn out than it was. They just did a fresh repave in just the corners. The straightaways are still old surface, and the rest is kind of brand new fresh surface in the corners. And the corners are a lot more sweeping than Martinsville, and the straightaways are a lot shorter. So it's I don't really know of any tracking anything even close to Greenville to even compare it to that you would know of. It's a track like no other, and that's why a lot of drivers struggle at it. I think with this new fresh repave, it's gonna kind of toss up the playing ground and give drivers and everybody's gonna be really close. It's just gonna be so fast in the corners.
Sure.
But so it's definitely gonna be just who can survive the 100. I want to say it's 151 laps or 152. I think it's just 150. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's just going to be who can survive the best and keep the car in one piece for the longest time. Because I know being as short as it is and as flat as it is, somewhat similar to Martinsville, a lot of cars end up getting torn up in a sense. So we're just going to have to kind of play it as it goes and watch our toes, for the first couple laps and the first half of the race, and then try to get after it in the later stages of the race.
Excellent. So, hey, Chase, another thing, I spoke to Briana North from the Richard Petty driving experience this week, and I said thank you for introducing you to us, and it said how cool it was. And then I said, it would really be cool at some point to see you up at MIS. And she goes, I'm going to work on that then. I'm going to see if I can get up MIS. So
that'll work.
So
how's it work? How do they get you to a track?
Pretty much how it works is get a phone call and says, what are you doing that weekend? If you're doing nothing, they say, okay, looks like you're going here. If you want to, and obviously if they ask me to go to the racetrack and I got nothing else going on, I'm gonna 100% say yes. So I go to the track and they get you a plane ticket, tell you where you're staying, and ship you on out there like a UPS package. You get out there and you do your thing.
Excellent.
Beautiful.
Hey, so Chase, if they ever call you and you can't do it, give them my number, okay?
No, I can't do it this weekend, but I know a guy.
I know a guy.
He doesn't have much experience, but man,
I know a guy.
Well, I will promise a hell of a ride for the ride-alongs. Everybody watch out for this.
You know what? The day that happens, I'm in the passenger seat. I want to put my life in your hands at MIS.
There is a video for people to watch.
Anything less than 180, I'm calling you a sissy.
That is beautiful, man. I would get everybody else off the track. That's for sure.
Yeah, guys, if you see a guy out there and he doesn't look like he's doing, they say he's giving the right run. Run. Go get your money back and run. Because it's some radio guy.
Oh, that's great. But that would be so cool if, we could work that out and see you went out there. I guess even their schedule is when the visits are to MIS. Usually it's like May or June, I think, is when they're first up there. They're up there twice. So that would really be fun, man.
Oh, yeah. I would love to get out there and give you a ride along, get you nice and up next that wall and let you see with a flight.
That would be fun.
Oh,
dude, that would be that.
That's what my heart needs.
Yeah, that's absolutely. You strap yourself in those babies, dude. It is an absolute blast. And this guy, he's on the phone here, Chase. He doesn't it. What a living! You are living the dream, buddy.
I try to.
Yeah, you are.
That's what they tell me.
Just go there and just drive, okay? That's what my family says when I go on vacation. Just drive. Shut up, Dad, and drive. So that's it. So, Chase, it's been an absolute blast, dude.
Yeah, appreciate it, man. Thanks for your insight.
And what we're going to do, we're going to catch up with them, too, as the season goes along.
Oh, we have to.
Yep.
He's way too cool, man.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Maybe, I'm not exactly sure where you guys are from, but maybe when we get closer to a Canyon race, if it's anywhere in your area. You said you're up in sort of close to Michigan, you said?
Yeah, we're just Toledo, just south of Detroit.
Yep. Now we're south of Detroit.
I'm not exactly sure where we go to. That's out that way. I don't know. My geography is not the greatest. Is Iowa close to you guys at all?
It's kind of a haul.
It's a piece. It's a
drive, but
yeah.
I mean, it's a road. I mean,
it's a road trip.
I road trip farther. I road trip farther for less.
Yeah, no. But if we have anything that's anywhere in your region, let me know, and I get you guys some pit passes. We'll go and have some fun.
Oh man,
that'd
dude.
be a blast. That would be a blast. We will definitely take you up on that, Chase.
Yeah, that's worth Iowa.
Awesome.
Excellent. So, hey, again, man, thank you so very much.
Oh, no, thank you guys for having me on the show. I enjoyed it once again.
All right, man.
Oh, hey, one other thing.
Oh, go ahead.
Your brother, now you've been on twice, and so definitely you got the leg up on your brother. Now, if your brother's feeling, bad, left out, tell him that, we can talk to him too, if he's looking for something to do. We don't want to leave him out there.
We'll do. I'll let him know for sure.
All right, man. Have a good one.
All right. So that was Chase Cabre, the number 4 Braille battery Toyota driver on the NASCAR Can-Am Pro Series East, and also driver in the NASCAR Drive for Diversity. Again, Chase, thanks, buddy.
Yes, sir. Thank you, guys.
All right.
See you, man.
See ya.
Bye.
Dude, that was an absolute blast talking to Chase.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
And you're right. The first time that we've had somebody
twice. Repeat.
Hey, that's a knuckle. Give me a double tap on that.
There you go. Yeah. One for each M.
So what do you want to talk about next? Anything? What do you want to go there?
Let's talk about my cooking, because I'm going to have to cook for you if you remember our bet.
I like where this is going. This is going.
I said the Wings we're gonna come back. It's the last year of the Joe, and they were going to make a run and get in the playoffs. Yeah, that's not going to happen.
Yeah, I know.
And I'm sure lots of people said, the Patriots aren't coming back in the Super Bowl, and it happened. Detroit is not going to go.
No,
they're in the cellar.
Where they were when you made the prediction.
Pretty
too.
much,
they were in the cellar then too.
They made no ground and probably lost. So it's just too bad, man. It'd have been great to see in a couple playoff games. Could you imagine a Game 7 this year in the last season
end of the Joe?
Yeah. Man.
Yeah. What are they going to implode the Joe? I don't know. I'm assuming that it's going to probably be implode. Probably parking. They always turn that type of stuff to parking and that. But yeah, it would have been nice. It would have been nice for the legacy of Mr. I.
It would have been nice not to have to hear you rub this shit in my face. Too.
Now that you say it, I think you should make wings. Wings for the Red Wings. I think that's
right. Well, there it is. There's dinner. Yep.
I'll bring the hot sauce. You get the wings.
No, you don't get no hot sauce. I'm cooking, son. I'm cooking. I got 2 words for you. Ghost pepper.
We've been through that before. Okay. So a couple weeks ago, a gent that we work with, he's got this Wait, it wasn't deer jerky. I think it was deer, and
it was death jerky.
It was death jerky. So he goes, "Hey, try this. I'm like too stupid. Troy and I do it, and I think that we just it burned up my system. The entire
it was brutal, man. It was brutal. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. And as you start to chew it, get it going, there's, and you're like, oh, and then you're like, oh,
yeah.
This creeper heat, and then it just kept going and going. And then I'm chewing, and I'm like, "Oh, this is unbearable."
It's too late now. You were pot committed. You were pot committed by that time.
It's like
Oh, it was, and he did say. Chris said it was ghost peppers.
No, he didn't tell me that yet.
Oh, it was after you.
It wasn't even that. It wasn't even then. He goes, "Well, it says it. I wrote right over there. It's really hot." I'm like, "Yeah, Woj, that's over there, man. I'm standing here, dude." And he goes, "Oh." He goes, "I probably shouldn't tell you it's ghost pepper either." I'm like, "Really?"
Yeah, it wasn't too bad for me the first, couple bites, and by the time I get it down, it's like
once I got it down, it's fine.
Mine was just the opposite. Once I get it down, that's when it took over.
Broke loose.
Oh no. It was literally hell. Yeah,
I went upstairs. And I blasted some milk chocolate, and I threw like 5 of those little things like milk down, and what else did I have? Oh, I had some yogurt. I was eating all kinds of basic food, trying to counteract that acid, man. It's brutal.
Oh man, the chemistry set that your stomach was.
Man, it was ugly. The pH values were all over the place, man. I was from 14 to 3 to back whatever the hell it is.
Your stomach intestines calling. What the hell are you doing to me, baby? What?
I kind of hate
brutal,
it.
Brutal. Yeah, I just went basically naked. I just ate it and I just chugged a bunch of water and just kind of put the fire out.
Man.
It does no good. It does no good. I couldn't wait for it to. This will pass, and I could not wait to have
then
that
I
pass.
find out. He tells me as later as I cool off one. He's like, I wanted it's hot. It was ghost pepper mix. He marinated it for 3 days. 3 days in ghost pepper marinade. Are you freaking kidding me?
I should have noticed someone he was using.
Why don't you just drink freaking rocket fuel and light your mouth on fire?
Yeah, he recommended that you don't pick it up with your hands, that you pick it up with a tissue or something. I suppose it was an indication that it was pretty damn hot.
I got none of those signals before either. I'm in there fingering around looking for a nice.
Well, after I heard that a bunch of people tried it, I said, "What the hell? I'll give it a shot." Even Bowser tried it. He tried it and he was suffering. Yeah, it was pretty good. So I should say pretty bad. But bummer about the Wings. But you know what? The Blue Jackets aren't doing too bad. Our Columbus team.
No. They've become respectable, man.
You got the Caps and the Wild are up there, but you mentioned it before. It's the Blackhawks. Come playoff time, which is a month from now. To
me, you got to beat them. That's just how it is.
The Penguins, that's another team that come playoff time. You just have to, you just look out for them. But you're right. I think it's the Blackhawks too. There's just something about that team, the organization. When it comes to playoff time, you just don't bet against
Please, for
them.
the love of the world, Boston get eliminated early. Oh my God! Could you imagine the Bruins win it too? Come on, man.
I don't want to hear it. But what we should do is, as in a month from now, I think like the first week of April, that the playoffs start. Between now and then, we'll get some of our Canadian friends, our NHL friends, and we'll talk a little NHL hockey then. That'd be pretty doggone fun. So, did you see that play last night? Where's my Michigan fans at? Was that something else or what? What? There was only a second or two on the clock, right?
1.7, I think, was
something
left
like that.
or something.
Yeah.
A perfect bomb of a pass. A perfect setup to where you got a 6'8" guy on a 6'1" guy.
I know.
It's a boom, boom.
Okay, so everybody, we're talking about the big game at Northwestern against Michigan last night, and it was at Northwestern, which made it even cooler when you watch it on TV.
Oh yeah, that place was Chi-Town was rocking. Evansville was insane last night.
It was. So the Northwestern quarterback dropped back, went a couple steps back deep, and he threw a long post pattern down the middle, and the Northwestern wide receiver grabbed it out of the air and went in for the basket. At least it seemed that way. Did you see that pass?
Dude,
it was beautiful.
It was a beautiful toss, man.
Yeah, and so I saw an interview, and they said they just drew it up. They don't practice that. They said nothing. You don't practice something like that. They said, okay, here's what you do, and it was set up perfect, wasn't it? Because what you said. It was a 6'8" guy.
They broke it down on ESPN pretty well. You know? I mean, first of all, the guy throwing the pass was like, what, 6'10"?
Yeah.
He's a ginormous guy. I mean, that big arm went back to throw it. I mean, he's back here fingering popcorn, in the stands.
Yeah.
Beautiful pass, and they ran a double screen, and just the way they switched off, they got the short guy on the big guy. And
they did. They did. I mean, that was just, you couldn't have asked for it. You couldn't have scripted any better.
Well, and here's the thing. If they've never ran it, they've never seen it, so you don't necessarily know how to defend it, and oops, and
kudos
breaks my heart.
Kudos to the Wildcats. It looks like they're going to make the dance for the first time ever.
21 wins, that is pretty cool.
That is cool. That's cool. It's
let's give the really smart guys from Chicago a lot of credit. They're going dancing. So
well, that's why they were able to make that play. They did all the calculations and
on the fly, on the fly.
They don't need any computers. They just did it right on their little whiteboard and did all the calculations on that. But but the reality is, okay, they make the dance. God bless them. That's going to be great. They're still gonna, you got Kansas out there. You got Villanova,
UCLA, Carolina,
Gonzaga. It's fun. There isn't much representation
the
right
Ville,
now. Yeah. It's always there. Even Kentucky is not having they're not on top, which is cool because.
They've plummeted to 9.
They plummeted to 9. I wouldn't, how do you go against Kentucky, right? It's, Big Ten, I mean, the highest one.
16, man. That's so bad.
And what's surprising is Duke is behind them at 17. That's
all right.
That's unusual. But
Cheese Brothers are 22.
Cheese Brothers.
I mean, it's
be careful of the Cheese Brothers. They are always tough when it comes to playoff time.
Yeah, new coach, but we'll see. But historically, they've been tough here in the last 12, 14 years.
So conference championships start next week because the week after that, it's I think it's like Thursday the 16th is when the dance really starts. So, we're going to have to get somebody on hopefully next week that will talk a little bit more in depth about NCAA basketball there, man.
Sounds good.
That would be fun. That would be an absolute fun. And then a little NBA thing. It's this hits way too close to home. Kevin Durant goes down with MCL. He just got rolled. And, so this just hit too close from home because of my knee problems I had. And then you get that Joel Embiid from the rookie from the Sixers. He's out for the season because he had a meniscus tear. It's not healing the same way. So it's like, geez, But, I think Durant. That's all I heard today. I was had a couple of a doctor visit to do, and I just heard it.
Still loaded.
They're still loaded.
They're freaking loaded. Okay, so guess what? Thompson and Ellis take over his shots.
They're going to be fine. It's going to be them. It's going to be the Cavs.
I don't think so, man.
You don't think so?
The Cavs. I don't think it's going to be Golden State.
Really?
No. Who's number 2 in the West?
San Antonio.
Yes,
San Antonio.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And Kawhi Leonard is playing out of his mind.
Yeah, I know. You know what?
And, dude, it's the Spurs, man. I mean, they're ancient dinosaurs, and they got, they're 5 games behind Golden State. I mean, it's ridiculous,
do this
man.
All the time. They do it all the time.
You talk about a team like the Patriots. That's the Spurs, man.
Actually, that's a good point.
Consistent, just all the time. All the time, man. That
is an excellent point. That is absolutely true. They just show up, and then when it comes playoffs.
David Robinson goes. They don't lose a beat. Now Duncan goes. They don't lose a beat.
No.
Pop is a stud, man.
He's a great coach. He is a great coach. They've got a system, and he is a great coach. There's no doubt about that.
I'm going with the Spurs.
That is. I'll stick with Golden State. We'll have to put something on that, just because they are, defending champions out of the West. But if it was San Antonio, obviously that can't surprise you.
Yep.
But I think the class is still on the East. It's got to be Cleveland.
It's going to be tough. I mean, I think they'll get through, but the East has got some squads too.
Yeah, they do.
Celtics put it on them the other night.
Yeah, it did. It did.
I mean, it's a long season, but
it is a long season. When they get to the playoff time, LeBron puts the game face on. With the team, it's hard.
You were down 3-1 in the finals last year and came back and won.
Not too bad. Not too bad.
I'm going to give you the edge early.
Yeah, not too bad. So that again, the playoffs and the NBA start like a month from now too. So we'll have to get some folks on. We'll talk a little love when it comes to NBA talk there. So, and then Major League Baseball. Have you been following?
It's so early, man.
Yeah.
My dad was actually down. He's, they're snowbirds now. They're down in Florida. They went to a Yankees game the other day, and it's way too early.
Yeah.
It's too early. But we need to be doing something soon.
We got to talk about it. And I've been the same way.
What is it? 1st of April?
Is like around the 1st of April.
Yeah.
Right.
So we got like
1st
3
or
weeks.
2nd. It might be 2nd. That Sunday the 2nd.
Yeah. If we're gonna do a prelude, we need to do it quickly.
Oh, that's going to be fun. That's I always look forward. There's something so cool about opening day at any baseball team.
Well, especially on afternoon games.
Yep, I know. Even the Mud Hens here in Toledo.
Blow off work, get the hell out. Hey, boss.
Hey, look at me.
But yeah, even the Mud Hens, man.
I'll tell you a quick story. Years ago, I've been to a couple opening days with the Tigers. And so years ago, my brother and I, we go to an opening day up at Tiger Stadium. And it's it's kind of a crisp, spring day, but the sun is out and they're playing the Red Sox. And so it just, you're in first place, right? It's opening day, you're in first place. So, they get the ceremonial pitch and all that. So the game starts. And I don't remember who was pitching for the Tigers. I don't know who the hitter was for the Red Sox. First pitch, crunch. Right out of the park. Home run. Tigers down 1-0. I turned my brother, season's over with. What? One game, one pitch. One pitch of the season. It's over with. That's it. They're done.
Damn it.
So, who did you say your dad saw?
The Yankees. I don't know who they were playing, but it's the Yankees. So.
They got a heck of a complex down there.
Yeah.
The Yankees in Tampa. They've got one heck of a complex. It is a beautiful thing down there. So there's so many cool things ahead of us here, man. And in addition, like I said, we'll be following Chase.
Again, we're what, 5 weeks from the Masters?
I know the Masters. I'm looking forward to that. That is when all the golfers are getting geared up for that. And actually a lot of times what they do is they get out to the course. Like Mickelson will show up like 2 or 3 weeks beforehand just to get around in,
buy a house.
That's right.
And then sell it again.
Oh, that would be something to be down there for that one. That is. I don't know. They let us in, would they? It's just. Look at us.
What the hell? How would they not?
Oh, as long as you've got the tick.
That's right.
As long as you've got the tick. We'll talk to somebody that's been down there. It's because it's more than a golf course.
I think it's the most beautiful golf course ever, man. All those flowers blooming and Amen Corner, and it's just
the process. It's what you don't see on TV. There's so much of the that goes on in the course.
Yeah, oh yeah.
That you don't see on TV, and it's so choreographed that they know every camera angle is designed so you only see what you have to see.
Right.
You don't see all the other.
CBS has been there once or twice.
Absolutely.
So, my God, they've got an announcer on every hole. I think.
It would be fun. It'd be fun to find out about the infrastructure. Because they come in all the time. Like, I'm sure they have wires already there. You know what I mean? Do they relay everything? I mean, I would think that it'd be fun just to talk about, how do you pull that off? Every unit's perfect every single time. Or how about, the greenskeepers and that? I mean, it's...
Oh, dude, I told you before, man, when I was living in Columbus, 3 of my buddies worked Muirfield, and, for the memorial, and they didn't come home.
Yeah.
I mean, they basically were there as soon as it go, lights out and just whatever they had to do.
Oh, it's cool stuff.
Changing all the sand out of the bunker.
Well, you know what they use at the Masters, don't you? They use crushed marble.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's I suppose it's sand. Yeah, you could call it sand, but it's really nice looking sand is what it is. Crushed freaking marble is what they use. And they get a couple greens that are actually heated. They have heating elements underneath.
Oh, wow.
So that, if it does get cold, that they don't freeze. So, I mean, they watch out for everything in that place. That's it. So, dude, once again, that's an absolute blast, man. Knuckles, brother.
Yep. Number 25.